Yo, what's going on? It's currently, I think, almost 7 a.m. in beautiful sunny Greece, where the sun's just risen even. I'm out here with my camera, just to sort of take photos and film and shit, 'cause that's what I enjoy doing. And I just sort of had this idea of a message I wanted to give out that came to my head. Oh man, I can't, it's already so hot, I can't talk and walk in this heat. A message that I wanted to give out, which there's no script to this video, there's no nothing. It's literally just an idea that I want to talk to you about, and that's how you have to stop being scared of being yourself. And I mean, I said, like, right now, I'm out here, you know, recording. I'm recording right now on this GoPro. I'm taking photos, like recording myself too, because like, I make films and shit and everything. Or I try to, at least, and I try to be a photographer. And it's like I'm just like out here, like, sort of doing my passion, like doing what I love doing with no like guilt about it. And another strange thing, and you might judge me for this, but this is actually exactly why I'm telling you this, is I'm literally just like listening to my fucking French music, and you might be like, what French music? Because obviously I'm from the UK. Why do I listen to French music? A lot of people have tried to shit on French music and everything, and I actually said this to my dad. It's like, it's often like the fucking strangest parts of you, you know, like how I, for some reason, really like fucking French music. Maybe not French culture or shit, but French music. And I mean, I'm trying to learn French as well. Je peux parler un peu, mais c'est le pire. Maintenant, je suis trop fatigué car c'est une grande colline sur la plage. But yeah, that's about all the French I can speak. And mon épaule c'est fatigué maintenant. Let's switch. And now I've got this stuck. And pretty much I'm just sort of out here being myself, you know. And it's I've got no guilt about it, you know. It's just like what I love doing, because sort of when you're forced to go to school and like wear the same uniform as everyone else, or maybe you're in a different country where you can wear your own clothes and learn the exact same shit as everyone else. And then at the same time they preach about individuality and personality, but then you're all forced to do the exact same fucking thing that you don't want to do, you know. It's like, oh yeah, personality, everyone's individual, you've all got your sort of unique personalities and what you're good at and everybody's strengths and weaknesses, and yeah, fair enough, that's true. Everybody, let's learn tritation on the stages of an Oxford Lake. No care if you like making films, no care if you're really good at a sport, no care about any of this. You've got to learn fucking, I don't even know, I can't think of any of the topics because I've already fucking forgotten all of them since dropping out. But it's just kind of crazy how much everybody just isn't themselves. It's just absolutely crazy how much you can sort of boil yourself down to your true authentic self. And I don't honestly know how you do it, how you find your sort of true authentic self. But I think one of the sort of ways might be just stepping away from what you've already got that you might think is causing you to like not be confident being who you truly authentically are. But like what I mean by saying who you truly authentically are, by that I mean like who you are, like deep down, like remove all the sort of how you've been raised and everything like that, like who you almost like genetically are, in a way. And I mean, I guess there is sort of proof that your genetics influence like your sort of life massively, other than just like your physical body and shit. Because I mean, there's so many like cases where twins have been separated like in birth and then ended up liking the fucking same coloring cartoon and shit, and that's just proven that genetics sort of impacts that shit. But then, for example, like one twin, he could, like, let's say they've got two twins separated at the birth, there could be one twin who he's not like influenced negatively. He's the way he's raised is so that he can like grow up to be his authentic true self with no shame or guilt about that. And so he naturally ends up liking the color red, and he likes racing Formula 1, or he likes watching Formula 1, let's say that's what he likes. Yeah, this is a very basic example. Then let's say twin 2, he was raised in a way where he was indoctrinated into a certain belief system, which obviously isn't always a bad thing. It is good to have similar beliefs to those around you. Obviously it's good to be similar to those around you, which kind of contradicts the whole message of individuality. But anyway, and let's say he grows up and I don't know, he's forced to play football, and so he thinks he likes football, but really he's just been forced to grow up with it. I don't know, and he likes the colour blue because I don't know, some random kid he looked up to in school like the colour blue or some shit, you know. It's like you've now got one twin who, and this is a very basic example, okay, who he's just already authentically himself, and there's another one who's sort of like he likes other things but in like a fake way, if that makes sense, because he's been given it. And it's like you can still enjoy shit that like isn't authentically true to you, you know, but you're never gonna like constantly want to come back to it. You're never gonna be like truly happy with it, if that makes sense. You're always gonna like, I don't know, have this sort of like not tiredness, but like negative weird feeling about it. And it's just so hard to put into words. It's only a message I'm starting to understand myself now. But I mean, for example, for me, it's like using a camera. It's never been taught to me by anyone, okay? Nobody whatsoever has tried to get me onto a camera and taking photos and making films, but I just fucking love the shit. I've never taken any filmmaking courses or shit like that, okay? Or photography courses, nothing like that, okay? The reasons I mean, when I sort of started photography, it was literally just with my phone, taking photos of shit I look cool, and I like putting more effort into it. No one told me to do that. I mean, it probably started out when I was in the countryside, like going for my walks by myself. Again, I'll start another thing, going out for walks like in the countryside, going out hiking, like what I'm doing right now. I sort of started that myself as well, with no influence from anyone. I think it's just kind of shit like this that you start independently that is truly like authentic to you. Again, running is another thing. Like, I mean, I used to run when I was younger, like cross country, and then I sort of stopped during COVID. And then once again, when I might have been, I think 13, I just decided to start running again because I wanted to. And it's just shit like this that you always stick to and you always come back. What are these prints? Are these dogs? I don't know. Or if there's some animal, like wildlife. What are these prints here? Pretty. Oh, there's sparrows there. But so I think it's just that sort of shit that it's like your own sort of passion. It's your own thing you actually truly want to do. That I find, at least for myself, has been what you always sort of come back to constantly. And that you always like constantly want to stick to. And for example, studying, for most people, learning about most subjects, I mean, obviously like we still need doctors and shit, so studying is still like required in society. But like, for example, a lot of people wouldn't enjoy studying chemistry, for example. A very few, small amount will do, and they'll go on to become chemists and shit, and that'll be like authentically what they truly want to do, and that's great. But so many people, for example, in school, forced to learn chemistry. They've got no fucking interest in chemistry whatsoever. And I know the whole thing where it's like, yeah, it's not actually about fucking learning the topic. It's about just sort of testing if you can learn and if you can be obedient, you know. This is probably where I'm going to record my longer form videos. There's a pallet here, which I'm going to try and sit on. But I found yesterday, or the day before even. Really lovely location here. But so many people, like, for example, for me, I did just say, like, I've got absolutely no clue, like, what the sort of chemistry topics are. Just because I've got no interest in it. It's like you're forcing kids to sort of testing them by how good they are at doing something they don't want to do. Testing their obedience. And it's like, you probably hear it so many times, it's always like the really fucking, I was never like a naughty bad kid in school. I was never fucking causing a problem playing up. I never sort of, I wanted to almost like, I think I would have if I didn't have like more of a, what's the word, like, I guess respect for the teachers in a way. I didn't want to like disturb people, I guess, but It's like all the fucking like kids that always cause a problem. A lot of the time, like, it's not unlikely to hear. I mean, a lot of them sort of like go into drugs and shit, and obviously like that. But it's not that uncommon to hear. It's like, oh yeah, he became a fucking multi-millionaire, you know. And it's just because it's like they've got the willingness to like not be indoctrinated into the system and not be fucking like just accept their reality that, oh okay, I'm in school, I have to learn about shit I don't want to learn about. That's life. Yeah, people who don't accept that, I mean, like I said, a lot of them do go into drugs and shit like that and end up killing themselves, but I know a lot of them too, exactly like me. It's like we don't accept what we've been given and we want more, and we just sort of live life how we want to, I guess. Again, being our true authentic selves, not being scared to be ourselves. But that's just sort of kind of my little talk, my little rant. It wasn't the best articulated whatsoever, but I mean, I guess I'm practicing articulating this message by making this video. But you're in a pretty spot. Anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a comment to let me know what you think.